What's up guys, welcome to FPL Today and welcome to the team selection video for game week 26. Yes, it's a double game week and we have plenty of things to think over and consider. But first of all, quick apologies. You may have noticed the videos haven't been going up as frequently and maybe the editing hasn't been as good as, well, usual. I'm not sure if I can really sit here and say my editing's the best, but unfortunately, we're now at a point today when I'm recording this video that my whole family, apart from myself, does have COVID, including my little daughter who seems to be taking it quite badly compared to how the eldest is. So apologies if this is a little bit shorter than usual and you're not getting as much detail, but I do have to think about time and spending time with them, looking after them, so on and so forth. And I still have to go to work because I am still testing negative. However, we are going to quickly run over how I did in game week 25. And what I'm planning to do in double game week 26. However, before we do that, a quick word from sponsors of this video, Spitch. Spitch is the ultimate fantasy football manager game that's just hit the market. This game is available for those of you in the UK and Ireland, for everyone over 18 years of age. It's a fantasy football manager app that lets you build your team, collect points and battle it out against other managers. Play for free, compete against your friends in communities and have a chance to win a share of up to £70,000 on a weekly basis. That's right, there are weekly competitions, not just season ones, so every game week matters all season long. Various competitions are available on different pitches, and once again there are free games to play. Click on the top link in the description and download the app for free, and let's get back to the video. Thank you Spitch for sponsoring the channel through the beginning of 2022. Your support has been greatly appreciated, and if you want to check out and play, I've been winning some free money off of their free games on Spitch. It is the top link in the description down below, and let's get to how I did in game week 25. Now, first of all, a hero came along and that man's name was Dubravka. Newcastle's goalkeeper getting me 9 points, the top scorer apart from one in my side. And to be honest, without Dubravka's points, we could be looking at a pretty bad game week. At the moment, we're holding rank, and with Man United Brighton coming on Tuesday, we could see my rank drop, but hopefully not too significantly. I know a lot of people brought in the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano Ronaldo, the likes of David De Gea potentially, and Dalot. All options for people trying to take advantage of the one double game week fixture in game week 25. But Dubravka's 9 points was huge. Unfortunately, Cancelo didn't play, and we didn't have a defender that could come on for him. Tierney, of course, with no fixture, and Loughton not appearing. Loughton becoming a real headache for me. A player that usually is nailed on and just isn't getting into that Burnley side at the moment. But Trent Alexander-Arnold and Liverpool did keep a clean sheet, so that's 6 points off of Trent. Salah didn't get any points, and to be honest, Salah and Liverpool in total didn't look as great as they usually do. Jota did come off the bench, so he got 1 appearance points. And Son and Elise also both disappointing, but the hero in midfield was Jared Bowen, who just seems in a great vein of form at the moment and doesn't seem like he can be stopped. I have a friend that put the captaincy armband on Bowen. He was a very happy man on Sunday evening. And then up front, Dennis, Antonio, and you can even go and look at King on the bench. They've been very disappointing ever since I've owned them. We need to do something about that front line, definitely. But to be honest, our hand is kind of forced going into game week 26 on the type of transfer that we can make. So that means 42 points for the game week. The average is 32, and it does mean we hold rank at around 29,138th. But of course, that could drop after the Man United Brighton game. But we do have a lot of double game weeks coming up in game week 26, so let's have a look at the team selection for that game week. So we look at game week 26 and we can see that we start off with Ramsdale in goal, with Brentford at home and Wolves at home. Tierney also in the defence with the exact same fixtures. We also have Davies with a double game week. One game is Man City, which isn't the best fixture, but there is also Burnley in there, and Burnley do of course not have Weghorst going into that fixture now. Then Trent has Norwich and Leeds, both home fixtures, with Cancelo with the only single game week in defence of Tottenham at home, but it is Man City, so hopefully he plays in that game and we see another clean sheet there. Although, if my midfield wants to get involved in the points, I wouldn't mind if Son gets a goal against Man City. He does also have Burnley away, just like Davies. We have the Liverpool boys with Norwich and Leeds at home. Jota and Salah. Hopefully Salah captaincy will work out there, and it's very likely that we play the triple captain on him in this one. Bench boost would have been a consideration if I was happier with the bench, but I'm not, so bench boost is very unlikely. We have Elise with Chelsea at home and Watford away, hopeful for some sort of return from him, otherwise a bit of a failed transfer. And then we have Bowen with a single fixture against Newcastle at home, but hopefully Bowen can keep his form up and get some points in that one. And then up front we have Antonio, who has just the one fixture on the bench. King or Dennis, probably likely to start, but it is Aston Villa away and Crystal Palace at home, and it is Watford. Would I like someone better than those two? Of course I would, but hopefully one or two of them can do something in this fixture. There's a chance we risk playing both Watford forwards. Who knows? Maybe Watford have a good game in one of those two fixtures, but it just doesn't feel very likely at all. On the bench, we also have Dubravka with West Ham away. Of course, we also have that Antonio, which I just spoke about, but we also have Loughton, who doesn't seem to be playing, so it doesn't really matter that he's got a double game week. So for this game week, I have two options. I could hold a transfer, potentially. I only have one in the bank, and we could have two for next game week, where we have the likes of Jota, Salah, Alexander-Arnold, Tierney and Ramsdale all not featuring, so we would need to make some moves there. Or we could make a transfer now, have the likes of Loughton transferred out for a player that does feature, maybe even double game week in game week 26, but then also plays in game week 27, and then we'd have to bench the likes of Tierney, Jota, Alexander-Arnold and Salah for that game week 27. That'd be a lot of money on the bench, which doesn't feel great. However, in game week 27, we would transfer out Tierney or potentially Jota, because I'm a bit worried with Luis Diaz coming in that there's going to be a lot more rotation in that Liverpool front line. So that would be the transfer in game week 27, with Loughton likely to go out in 26. But who would we transfer in for Loughton? Let's have a look at the fixtures and who we could take advantage of in this up-and-coming period. So the reason we're not getting rid of any of the Liverpool or Arsenal boys is because of how good their double game week is in 26. But overall, the fixtures show that we could look at the likes of Brighton Hove Albion to cover my defensive options in game week 26 to take over from Loughton. Now, yes, it's not a double game week, but the other teams I could look for a double game week player from are Spurs, who, to be honest, Burnley, Man City, Leeds, Everton. These are fixtures that you'd hope a Spurs in form would win, but Spurs don't look that great currently. Leeds also have a double game week, but at the moment, Leeds don't look that great defensively, so I'm not sure I want to bring in a Leeds defender with Liverpool, Man United and Tottenham in the next three. We have Crystal Palace, and maybe the likes of Tyreek Mitchell. Watford and Chelsea, then it's followed by Burnley in 27, Wolves away in 28, and Man City, unfortunately, in 29. Of course, those fixtures could change with FA Cup fixtures because, to be honest, a lot of the big teams have easy draws for the next round of the FA Cup, so we could see a game week where it is a bit difficult to navigate without a free hit. And then we have Wolves, who I could look at, even though Arsenal and Leicester doesn't exactly read as the best two fixtures, and then West Ham. Wolves have looked good defensively, and Jose Sarr looks incredible in goal for them at the moment. And then you've got Burnley and Watford, and I don't think we're going to go there. So really, it's between Brighton, who don't have a double game week in game week 26, and Wolves, who do. So with Brighton, there's plenty of options in defence that we could look at. Lamptey, of course, is a great attacking option if he plays, but I'm also looking at the likes of Webster at 4.4 million. He looks like a great option and a budget option that, of course, would match the price that Loughton is already at. I mean, I keep the 0.6 I have in the bank available for next week. We could, of course, also look at Wolves, who do have the likes of Aït-Nouri and Semedo. Semedo seems the more nailed on for game time. We could look at also Kilman and Cody potentially, just to take advantage of the fact that they keep getting clean sheets. But for me, there is a little bit of a draw to Lamptey if I think he's going to feature in the game week, so we could look at Lamptey instead. But the thing is, we may be benching this Brighton option as our first defender anyway, so it doesn't necessarily have to be Lamptey, but he wouldn't be going straight into the starting 11. Anyway, guys, that is it for this video. So it's going to be a Wolves or a Brighton defender, most likely for Loughton, so we get rid of that issue in our side, and then we can take out an Arsenal or Liverpool player in game week 27. In the comments down below, make sure to let me know what your moves are, and any questions you have, feel free to put them in the comments down below, and I'll try to answer them before the game week 27 deadline. I have a lunch break, so I'll look at the comments then. So please do leave any questions you have, and I'll do my best to answer them in full detail. Also, make sure to check out Spitch, top link in the description down below, whilst also hitting the like button, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. All of that really helps me keep creating content and helps me with the YouTube algorithm and get my videos seen by more people. So if you could support the channel in that way, that would be greatly appreciated. I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, stay safe out there. COVID's still a thing. I'm feeling the effects of it right now. Hope all of your families are healthy and safe. I've just added something completely onto the end of the outro, but remember, it's not always about the game.